So, have you ever wondered if the way you act is kind of written in the stars? Today, we're going to dig into that really cool connection between who you are, your character, and what you do, your behavior. And it turns out the bridge between them is built with some very specific words. And we're about to find out what they are.
All right, let's kick things off with something fun, an astrological forecast. Go ahead, take a second, and find your birth month on the screen. Does that little description sound like you? Maybe you're that brutally honest December baby, or maybe you're the painfully shy one from July. Look, whether you're into horoscopes or not, this is the perfect way to start thinking about how we label personality.
Okay, so to get us warmed up, let's just take a quick tour through a couple of these. You'll see right away the huge range of personalities they cover.
So, if you're a February baby, apparently you're the life of the party. Outgoing, great sense of humor, sounds like someone who's a lot of fun to be around, right? Let's hang on to that social, positive vibe for a second. But now, let's jump all the way over to July. And wow, talk about a complete 180. People born in July can be painfully shy. So in just a few months on the calendar, we've gone from super outgoing to super shy. It just goes to show how different these traits can be. And then you've got December. You can be brutally honest. Now, this is a really interesting one because it kind of shows how a personality trait can be a double-edged sword. I mean, honesty is great, but when it's brutal, well, that can definitely cause some issues.
Okay, so we've got these personality traits: shy, outgoing, brutally honest. But just knowing the trait is only one piece of the puzzle. How do we actually talk about the actions that come from them? That's the missing link we're going to build today.
I mean, really think about it. It's one thing to say someone has a vivid imagination, right? That's a trait. But what about an action? Like when that tendency to lose your temper kicks in. How do you put words to that exact moment of getting angry? Well, the answer, and this is really the key to this whole thing, is powerful word combinations called collocations. We're talking specifically about those verb plus noun pairings that just sound right to native speakers and let you describe what people do with perfect clarity. All right, let's get to it. Consider this your new toolbox. We're going to look at some fantastic collocations that will help you talk about human behavior with way more precision and, well, nuance. First up, swallow your pride. And no, you're not actually eating anything, don't worry. It just means you make that tough choice to do something that might feel a little embarrassing because it's the right thing to do. For instance, Isabella swallowed her pride and admitted that she was wrong. You know, that's an action that shows some real character. Next, lose your patience. See? This connects right back to that question we had a minute ago. This is that exact moment you snap. The example is so direct. Finally, I lost my patience and shouted at her. It just perfectly captures that switch from calm to angry. But, not all behavior is loud and external. The phrase come to terms with describes a deep internal process. It's all about psychologically accepting something really, really difficult. This is such a powerful phrase for talking about personal struggles and resilience. And here's the really crucial point. These phrases don't just describe random actions. They actually reveal who we are. In fact, sometimes just a tiny change in the wording can show a completely different side of someone's personality. This is where that nuance becomes so important. Just think about the difference between playing a joke and taking a joke. So remember our February friend with a good sense of humor? They're probably great at playing jokes, but can they take a joke? That shows a totally different side of their personality, whether they can laugh when the joke is on them. The words we pick really matter. And finally, we have reveal your true character. This is kind of the ultimate one for our topic. It's that moment when someone's actions, especially when the pressure is on, show you what they're really like deep down. As the example says, Daniel's failure to support her has certainly revealed his true character. Actions really do speak volumes, don't they? So let's do a super quick recap of the key tools we've added to your vocabulary. We've got swallow your pride for humility, lose your patience for that moment of anger, come to terms with for accepting a hard reality, and reveal your true character for when actions show the truth. And that brings us to the end. These collocations are so much more than just vocabulary. They're precision tools for understanding and talking about the super complex world of human behavior. So I'll just leave you with this question. Now that you have the words, how will you describe your own next action?